Good evening everybody. Welcome to my Friday night stream. I hope everybody is doing well this fine Friday. We have both Oreo and Cookie, who's right behind Oreo in the background, in the stream tonight. Good evening Mushy, French Stud and Lizard GM. Got in there early, I see. Fantastic to see you all. Hope everyone is getting ready for the weekend. Ready for some fun and frolics tonight. Couple of things I'm thinking about doing tonight. I'm thinking about doing more of those PvP brawls, because we've got another 3 to do to get the other quest going for the marks of the host bugged away again, did it? Didn't see me jump online. It's a shame. I'm not sure why Twitch kind of like doesn't quite load up gracefully. It's a shame really, but maybe it's just like a few gremlins in the starting of the stream. Good evening Marswell, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well tonight. Nice to see everyone here. We've got 2 Brutosaurs here, just sitting, chilling out in Dalaran at the moment. Let me just turn my music down slightly, that's too much. There we go, need to be able to hear a bit of it. There we go. So I was saying, things tonight. So probably a little bit of the PvP brawl. See if we can get that quest done. Maybe even a dungeon, so we can do a bit more on our tailoring. Good evening, this is GM, how are you? And I'm thinking we could maybe go through the Bracer Super Shuffle, because I've been looking at my numbers, my formula for the new one with the Enchanting Rod. So Comp Stomp times 4. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Wins are too easy. It is, but I guess for someone who doesn't want to do a lot of PvP or just wants to get in on the action and get those marks of honour, then it's the perfect way to do it. So I'm definitely up for doing some of those. Let's have a look at the mailbox first and foremost. Oh, Oreo's left us already. We've still got Cookie in the background though, perched on her sofa. So let's go have a look. It's PvP a bit. Yes, exactly. Good evening, Arthurs. How are you? You got 40 marks with it today. Oh, that's loads. Wow, excellent. Rocco's 27. How are you? Just saw your follow come in just before I started the stream. Welcome on board. Use my TSM setup videos, and I have to say they're the best you've seen. Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say so. You're more than welcome. Several characters, but yeah, I definitely need to do that. Nox, good evening to you. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Looking at the mail tonight. Oh, Rocco, thank you very much for using your Prime. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Really do appreciate it. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Here is a load of chef's hats and thumbs up for you to use as you like. Thank you very much. So, looking at my mail, again, not as great as it has been of late, which is interesting. But look at that coarse leather you told me to put on, Mushy. That was very well received. Look at that. 470 in each of those. Very nicely done. Thank you for suggesting that last time we streamed. Good job we put that on, because they have all been bought up. You've also got a Temvolutions Pandaria there. I don't know what's on today. We'll have a look when I get back to Borealis. See if we can remember what to do. A few Swamp Fish and Chips there. Silkweed Satchel. Again, no Sinister gear. But we do have a couple of rings, Critical Strike, Mark of the Claw. Getting, I think, more competition with the enchants. Not selling quite so many at the moment. You sold your Pandaria Illusion as well. Excellent. Sucks you can't make it anymore. It's a tricky one, isn't it, with all the different things you need. The tomes in general are quite tricky because of that. Having to get all the different stuff for them. I'd like to get the other tomes, but that's maybe for another time. So let's collect that up. 20,000. I don't know what Erfen's done, but we'll take that for now. The gems are, yes they are, Wild Jade. If you've got an Alchemist you can transmute them, but it's quite tricky to get them at a good price, I've noticed. Let's have a look at my auctions. Anything about to expire? There's a few things here about to expire. So let's take those off. And we'll pop those back on. There we go. Probably worth doing a cancel scan as well, actually, whilst we're here. Let's do a cancel scan on everything. See what happens there. Might as well. We did a cancel scan this morning, first thing, so I think I need to just put everything back on at a better price. Face like a balloon due to a swollen abscess, but all mended up. Other than that, you're cool. Ouch, Nox, that doesn't sound good at all. Hope you recover soon. Sorting out 5 ults of mailboxes because you had a few days off. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, good luck with that one. Hey, French Stud, how are you? And relist enchants. Yeah, definitely need to relist enchants. Found heaps of ghost iron and prospected them and got a few, but none of the ones you needed. Oh, right, okay. Prospecting them. I hadn't thought about doing it that way. But list less, but relist more. So not cancel them, but list more often, like 3 times. Yeah, I think more often would definitely work, because I think given more competition, you will get more people. I'm still scanning here. You will get more people posting on, and so you'll get undercut more quickly. Oh, thank you, Dewey. That's very kind of you to say so. I was on a little bit later tonight. Had to pick up my son from a D&D session, but we're all back safely at home now. Enchants are so cheap you've stopped crafting them. Interesting. Now I need to look at my numbers again, because I've been working on the formula, including the new enchanting material prices, and I have managed to get them even lower based on our numbers that we've been able to put in. So thanks to everyone who's put in their numbers onto the Brace of Numbers spreadsheet. That's really helped me get a few things, plus the ones people have messaged me and added in on top of that. I think enchants are in general going to get lower because of that. So I'm sure they'll probably equal out. But if the mats are going up, then the next thing you can do is maybe sell the mats for things. Veiled at 700, really? Only the blue enchants seem profitable to you at the moment. Okay, no, that's interesting. Well, we'll have a look at this in a moment. It's 200 here, is it? Arthur's for Veiled. Yeah, that is cheap, isn't it? I can't imagine getting that one. Bought a few Umbras from 100 to 130. Yeah, that's also cheap. Happy Lion, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Just cancelling a lot of stuff here, actually. That's a lot of auctions to cancel. So let's go through all of those. Let's start with all of this. Open up all of this. Pretty much a full relist from looking at that. So on a Friday night, this is a good chance to just get everything on, see if we can capture a few sales whilst we're going on and doing everything else. So we'll keep on with this one. Going to definitely do a Brawl. So things in my head is look at the enchanting numbers, look at doing a Brawl or 2, and maybe even doing a dungeon. But I've got a feeling I won't have time to do all of those in one evening. So I'll have to prioritise lightly. Hopefully Oreo will come back. He usually goes off, has a bit of food, and then he'll come back. But we do have Cookie. Right. Where are you, Cookie? There. There, sitting on the top of the sofa. You can see her on this other camera. Just on this side, slightly. There. That's Cat Bus just next to it. There's Cookie just on the end. Past few days you made, say, 300 to 500 braces before, on average, green wouldn't turn blue at around 1 to 10. But I don't know, it feels more like 1 to 15 or 1 to 20. Yeah, the percentages we have as it is about 85% would be green and 25% would be blue. Did Gloom Dust Rate Dot seem to run out of that one quickly now? Yeah, so if you do need Gloom, you can still get it through doing the greens. That would be an easier one. What you need to do is just basically, if you do say 100 braces, do one batch of Gloom Dust from the greens, and you'll get, on average, about 9 Gloom Dust for every green. So you get quite a good return on those. I think I've done all of these. I've filled my bags up, so let's get this posted on. And we'll get that going. And once I've sorted everything out, then we'll look at those numbers. She was camouflaged. Yeah, she is very well camouflaged. When I used to stream with the sofa closer to me, she was easier to spot beside me. But since we've changed the living room and I've got this blue rug, Cookie doesn't like to go on the blue rug. She likes to go on laps, and Oreo loves the blue rug. Hey, Will Webster, how are you? Gloom costs 15 gold on the auction house for you. Interesting. That's quite expensive. Right, just going to go through and post this lot on. Keeping a rough eye on prices. They all seem reasonable-ish. Looking at all of these. Just a quick scan. Rich purple silk shirts they've been dropped down to like 33 gold. I've already got 5 on me at the moment, so I'm not going to buy them out. I'm just going to keep them on me until prices settle back down to a more reasonable price. You wasn't looking at disenchanting the greens. Disenchant rate for that was 4.5 per green braces. Might look into it. Yeah, I think it's a little bit higher than that one, definitely. Did I get a chance to read the article? Don't think I have, Dewey, yet. Was it on the Discord? I'll have to have a look out for it. I did just jump on here and didn't see a lot before doing everything. Oh, Trial of Style. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. I've got no idea what it is or how to do it. With my limited transmog, I don't think I'd do very well. And given the stuff for everything else. Oh, you posted here on the last stream, the thoughts on professions. I forgot to look at the link. I do apologise, Dewey. I'll have to go back onto the VOD and find the link and go and have a look later. Take 5 of us with you and just win. What do you actually do with the Trial of Style? Roomlafar Gaming, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. First time getting to tune into my stream? Well, welcome aboard. I hope you're doing very well. Watch my videos so far. You have some numbers for my Super Shuffle sheet, if you give me the link. Oh, excellent. Let me find the link for it. That's that sheet. Let me just go find the other one. Go into Sheets and then go into Sign In and then change that over and then go over to here and go break some numbers and click the share. Is that the right one? No, that's the old one. I looked at the old one. Let's look at the new one. New brace of numbers with Rod. Wrong sheet. There we go. I've got so many spreadsheets now of lots of numbers. Let's copy that. And then we can pop that back in. There we go. That's the link to the sheet. You're more than welcome to put your numbers in and I'll add those into the averages. I'm going to go through my new spreadsheet in a moment, but we'll just post everything on first. Nox has got it way faster than I have. There I am bumbling around trying to find it. No worries, you'll have it. You'll tweet it to me. Oh, thank you, Dewey. That'll be very useful. Thank you. You get a task like winter, and you need to transmog like winter. Okay, right. Okay. Do you think Sky Golem is good investment or just Druid? Well, Druids are very useful. If you're going to do that, any sort of like herbalism or mining, or task is flirty. Okay, and then you just go and do various things based on that one. Clearing up your quest log on your main, good idea. First done the 3 Barala stuff. Definitely need to have. I've got loads of missions that I need to do, but hold on, let me just catch up with some of this whilst we're talking. Let's take some cancels. There we go. In the middle of the shuffle, so you had it up already. Oh, thank you, Nux. Good evening, Z. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. and then 5 others need to choose between 2 people and Magni. Oh, right. Oh, yes, the war campaign. Yeah, I've got to finish that one off. Definitely. Reload that. Picked up feathers. Is feathers a pet? Sounds like it would be a pet. Very complicated, messy day. Well, sounds like a lot of stuff. But good to tick things off and get things done, though. There's another quest line. Right, okay. Yeah, I've got so much I haven't done. Hey, Bryker, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. I'm just going through and reposting a load of stuff on at the moment. Just doing another quick reload, see if we can get everything else. And spreadsheet numbers, is that included all braces you can craft from scrapping while crafting? That spreadsheet numbers is, so the ruling is on the braces, the tie spray braces, the leather braces and the mail braces. You disenchant the blues, scrap the greens and put your numbers in there, and then you put all your numbers for using the enchanting rod, and you put your numbers in there, and then the purples, the honourable braces, whichever's cheapest, you use the expulsum and you make honourable braces and you disenchant those and put in the numbers in a separate tab for those. Probably easier for me to show it actually. First I'll do a post scan though. Oh, no, not post scan, a mailbox open, fill that up, and then I'll come back and show it. Oh, good evening. You only did tailoring. Okay, no worries, Brummelfire, you don't have to do everything in one go. Let me just do a post scan and I'll bring it up whilst that's going through. So, where's my list gone? So, new bracer numbers, this one. So, just looking at this, if you're doing tailoring, then just put it into this this spreadsheet here. Oops, wrong one. Let me just hold on, make that a bit smaller. There we go. So then you got tailoring, and then you got the leather working of the course, or leather working of the shimmer scale, and then the other tabs are for, there's a blacksmithing one there as well, for when you're doing the honourable. No one's done the honourable satin because they're always expensive, but the honourable leather always is quite cheap, and so you put in your numbers there, and we'll get the averages out there for the veiled crystal and umbra shard, and then the mail there as well. So we're getting some good averages through at the moment, so feel free to put in your own as you go. There we go, let's go through that. Still scanning that page. You're in the bottom, excellent. You've done too many in the last week. There is a lot to do, isn't there? But we've got some good stuff so far. So let's get all of those on. Only keeping a loose eye on the numbers. That distant army is too high. But we'll just, and that mystic spell thread, we'll leave those for now, because time is money, as they say. And I've got lots I want to do tonight, so we're going to post all these on, and then we can look at the actual bracer super shuffle. Well, look, Oreo's come back now. He's just off to the side there. But you didn't calculate how many cloth and thread you used. Ah, right, okay, I see. Has the price on the veil dropped yet? It has in general, yes. We're going to have a look at that in a moment. It's definitely cheaper. So we're going to try and see if we can get our own mat costs lower than that, so we can at least turn a profit, and maybe just have a look at what all the prices are on the veil crystals and see if it's worth actually doing the shuffle, or whether it's worth doing just selling the mats, or if it's not worth doing at all. That's bearing in mind, you know, it does take a lot of time to do it. So if the profit margins are minimal, I wouldn't recommend doing it, given how long it takes to do. Let's do that, and let's post that lot on. Do another post scan. There we go. Playing the idea of dropping the mining and herbalism on your druid for dual crafting and inscription. You never go out mining or herbing, so it's a 120 character that's not being utilised. Fair enough, Nox. I mean, it makes use. I mean, if you can get the reputations for those two professions, it would be quite nice having them. What are my thoughts on my current Expulsum string? As for you, you just make one of everything and put it on the auction house no matter the cost or profit. For me, the Expulsum is a factor, so I would certainly say try and give it a price at least that represents a little bit of your time, because you have to scrap all those braces in order to get one Expulsum. Spreadsheet skills aren't good. Let's have a look. New bracer numbers. Let's go over to the tailoring. So you did, wow, you did 886, and then from that, of the blues, 137, 749 of that looks about right, and then veiled is 43, umbras 280, gloom's 102, wow, a lot of veiled there, but that's good. Averages wise, that's coming in at 0.057, so that's slightly less than it was before. And then we'll have to ignore the cloth and the thread, or maybe do an estimate based on the averages. We could probably work that out. But thanks for putting those in. It's useful. All numbers are useful, because the more numbers we have, the more accurate the overall averages will be. So it doesn't matter if you miss out a few. Right, let's post all these on. There we go. No problem. Thank you, Brumblefur. Input's appreciated. How's that affected the enchants price? Also, you love to farm. You love to farm. Farming is not a swear word. Exactly. No. If you enjoy it, then do it. Definitely. Linen, and that's what you get back from the scrap and the greens. Yes, as Nox said. Yes, sorry if I didn't explain that one. What you tried to say is, do I think my Expulsum string is going up or down? Ballpark value. I would say, based on my latest numbers, where is it? My Expulsum price is currently sitting about 178 gold, using my new numbers, which I'm quite happy with that. I would say that's about level with what it was. Whatever's in the bag is what you got. Start scrapping with empty bags. Yeah, that's what I do. If I remember. Oh, and we got a sale. Glorious stats. Not a big eat, but still a sale. That's good. Good start to the evening. Hey Milo, how are you? Got numbers for scrapping 2k cloth braces and discounting the blues and honourable that you made earlier. From where can you enter your data? We just had that up just a minute ago there. I think I've still got it in my clipboard. I think it's that. Yeah. There's the link to the spreadsheet. Yeah, I think so. I think the thing about my numbers is they are arbitrary based on those weights, and I use those weighting values to try and maximise my not maximise my numbers, try and balance my numbers out. I'll go through that in a moment actually, because we've done this at the moment. Have we posted everything on? Let me just check my auctions. Everything's on, and then everything's done in the mail. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, Little Geeky, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining in. I think I'm just looking at the prices on Veiled and Umbras across servers. I think you are so far off. The amount of Veiled and Umbra from the Expulsum went up so much. Yes, I think that's the thing, isn't it? Thank you, Milo. Very much appreciated. So what I'm going to do is we'll have a look at the numbers, and then we'll see what my average buy prices are, and then we'll see what the market prices are for each of these. No idea what the weighting is, so just shouting. Yeah, I'll go and explain what I've been thinking at the moment with my weighting, because I think it's about right. So looking at that, oh look at that, tie spray linen for 5 gold. Hold on, let me just buy a few of these whilst I'm here. 5 for 5 gold, and then it goes down to 6.90. Not a lot actually, but let's just take that one whilst we're here. and 690, we'll take the 695, the 11, and the 55, and then we'll go from all the ones in the 7s, we'll leave that one on the top, and then we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and I'll leave that one, leave that as offerings to the auction house gods. Bloodstained bones are also cheap, we've got loads of those, and loads of those, so we won't bother with those, don't need miscale, so I'll leave it at that. Okay. So how much expulsum per 100 braces are we talking? Numbers wise, good evening Sib, how are you? Sorry, it's Sibby, how are you? Numbers, right, so let's have a look. This is my bracer numbers at the moment. So I had a little play this afternoon to see if I could get this working a little bit better. So let's see if I can see everything here. Profits down 20%. Yeah, I think in all prices are going a lot less. Okay. Hey Demona, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Glad to see you made it to my mount. Yes, it was a very nice achievement. I'm so pleased I got it in the end. So these are my average buy prices, which I need to have a look at. I also need to put in the DB market prices for everything. So I'm going to just move this sheet over to the right whilst I put in all these numbers, and then just update these with my average buy price and the DB market price at the moment. So let's just move this down to the side. So let's start. Tide spray linen was at the top. We have a average purchase price of $8.35. So I'll pop that in. $8.35. And the DB market on Tide spray linen at the moment is $8.77. Nylon thread's the same. Tempest hide going down here. Average buy is $4.34. DB market on Tempest hide is coming in at $5.07. And then moving on to calcified bone, average purchase is $2.40, 2.4, and DB market is 2.89. It's quite the difference. Okay, let's carry on to coarse leather. That's gone up in price a fair amount. Average purchase was $8.66. That's really cheap. And the DB market price on that is 14.3. Then shimmer scale is average 9.28, and then market value is 9.45. Quite similar, those two. Bloodstained bones though, how are they doing? So average of 703, DB market of actually 635. Interesting, they've got them the other way around. But I've got so many of those, that's going to be a problem to get that value down, because I have so much and I don't use them up quickly enough. Miscale is 1003, the same with that really. And then the market itself is 1195. And then my last one is deep sea satin, which is always expensive, which is a shame because I could have really done with that being cheaper for some deep sea bags. Average purchase of 39.4. It's a real shame that price has stayed so high, because the market value there is 87. That's really high. 0.98. Okay. And then we need to have a look at the enchanting materials to compare against. And this is where I'm going to get a heart attack, isn't it? So veiled crystals, look at that. 210 gold there. Umbra shards 110, and gloom dust is, so Umbra shards is 110. Gloom dust is 1304. and veiled crystals is 210. Super cheap. Okay, what did I miss on the list? There we go. Where is everyone? There we go. Hey Debona, how are you? Oh, I got them out. Yeah, we did that one, sorry. Answer on your EU Dalaran server, the price of almost everything is slowly going down. Look today on TSM dashboard website. Looked at the charts, not so good. Yeah, it does happen. It's a disenchantment of the epics that changed the whole game. Exactly, because you get more, you get 1.2 veiled and 1 umbra shard from the epics, which is the big thing, isn't it, Mushy? Factor in how many other sellers there are and what time of day they post. That's true. First few days at Peeps use exploits on perfection, screwed up everything. There was a lot of that. Didn't they do some bans as well, I heard about? Worth double on your round, but Umbra is half. Interesting. If you had time to farm them for you, you would. Very kind of you, Will. Free weekend also affects on Matt's prices. Yeah, I guess people will be going on there and just having a play about with any... If they're not really got an idea of... only on the Potion of XP exploit. Ah, right, okay. So going back to my spreadsheet, which I have been updating. So this is... Oh, I've put in the wrong numbers. That's the original shuffle without the rod. I meant to put these in my new one, which is over here. So let's see if I can copy these and paste them in. They should be all the same. So going from there, deep sea satin, and everything else in there. And then the original, the DB market price, we'll copy those and we'll pop those into there. And then looking at these, Umbra Shard was, let's have a look at those two, 110 and 13. 110 and 13, and then Veiled Crystals was, what was it, 210. So I'll put that in at 210. So there we go. Brand new server, brand new character, 5 minutes in, 30 gold richer in raw gold, and 800 gold in fish. Very nice, Bullywolf. Is that a boosted character, or is that just starting from scratch at level 1? Thus exploit in quotes. It was a bug. Yeah, it did seem to be a bug, didn't it? Fresh level 20 character. Excellent. Very good start. So looking at my spreadsheet, so these are my numbers I put in. This is my average buy price here. And then these are the market value prices. So looking at these 3 braces, the cheapest one to make is actually the coarse leather arm guards, based on my price here of 866, which has given me a Umbra Shard price of 76 gold, a Gloom Dust price of 5 gold 46, Expulsum price is coming in at 174, and my Veiled Crystal price is coming in at 153. That's for step 1. And then, yeah, I'm not going to do the coarse leather because coarse leather is so much more useful in everything else. I'd more likely to use the shimmer scale one here at 83. So in order to change those numbers, what you could do is just boost this one up to a bit higher. So instead of 866, we can call that 10. And now that becomes 88. And now it's going to use the shimmer scale instead, which gives me a price of 80,160. An Umbra Shard here. So what I've also done on this this version 8.15 is I've added in another column here, which tells me the general worth of things based on the DB market prices. So is it worth it? Well, according to this, no, because the cost of the cheapest bracer, which is shimmer scale arm guards at the moment, would cost me in materials 8,380 gold. And if you added up the price of the value from the DB market here, the DB market of all these things, the Veiled Crystals, the Umbra Shard, the Gloom Dust, Shimmer Scale, and Bloodstained Bones that you'd get from that, your return from step 1 would actually be a loss of minus 1,158 gold, according to that calculation. Then if you did step 2, based on the number of Expulsum you get, so step 2 would cost me another 71 gold in order to do the cheapest bracer, which in this one is Honourable Leather, and then the return of Veil Crystals and Umbra Shards is only worth 379 to me. That seems a little cheap. Now, let me work out why that would be, because that would be based off of... That seems wrong slightly to me, because the averages for Expulsum, let's go over here, the averages per 100 for an Expulsum is 14. So that, I think, is wrong. Looking at that, because Veil Crystals and Umbra Shards, we have here, we're doing D10 times D16, but we're not taking into account, that's only for one bracer. We need to do this for 100 bracers, which is 14 Expulsum. Is this times 14? I'm not sure it is. Let me have a look at this. So if that's the cheapest, do that times that, which is the materials, and then I also need to times that by 14. No, times by the number of Expulsum on average, because that's the number of bracers. So let me just work this out. I've actually got my numbers wrong on this. So we want to add in, so if min is one of those three, then times that by the cell for the number of Expulsum, which is 07, and then we're going to bracket all of that section, and then if we look at this, we'll bracket that as well, because that's the alternative, times 07, close the bracket on that, and if not that one, where's the extra bracket on this? We'll need to bracket the whole thing, I think. Bracket that one, and then do it again, and put it in here, times 07, real-time spreadsheet formula coming in on stream, live. Bear with me if I can't do chat at the same time. So, cost of additional materials is now 997, because we're basing it on 14 bracers, not one bracer. So this number, which is the return of Veil Crystals and Umbra, which is the average of those versus the DB market price, but we need to take the whole of this lot, bracket that lot, and times that by the number Expulsum, which is 07 again. 07, which gives me a much nicer total return there of 3,162 gold. Going on that one. I'll entertain them. I know we're doomed. What did I miss? Missing the stream tonight. Catch up later. No worries, Dato. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Who else did I miss on everything? Actually, kind of stupid. A fresh level 20 character can go fish and Brawl. Really, Baloo? That's interesting. Could I go farm the coarse leather on Erfen? Yes, I could, certainly. And that would make it cheaper. But the problem with coarse leather is I would use it in other things. Like, all this, like the coarse leather you use for just like standard selling of the basic items. So it's got many more uses, whereas something like shimmer scale I rarely use for anything else. So I'd prefer to do shimmer scale if I can, or tide spray if I can get it cheaper. What did I miss here? Little fun experiment. Someone wants to go and have a look. Especially Samadan, you love my opinion. Okay, I'll have a look at this one. I'll pop this one on. Pop this over this side. Veil Crystal and Star TSM. So how is that different from your spreadsheet you had before, Dado? Oh no, you've... Hey, Godziev, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Greetings from Argentina. Greetings to you too. It's completely new. Okay. let's have a look. What have we got? You've got a different idea. Right, okay. So how does this work? Disenchants, trap blues. Oh, not that one. Okay, I was going to say this looked familiar to your previous one. Okay, no problem. So what I was looking at with my one, I changed the weighting numbers here, because what I wanted to do with the weighting numbers is try and get the values from step 2, the Umbra shards, 78 here and 80 there, to be roughly the same. And the same with veiled crystals. They're slightly out here, 160 versus 136. But that was my rationale behind those, and my calculation on the step 2 braces is basically based on I want to take the veiled crystals and have them to be worth twice the amount of an Umbra shard. So I've taken the minimum of each of these 3 and then divided it by 3, times it by 2, and then I've taken the average return you get on them, which is currently at 1.2, and 1 divided by that because you get more than that, so it times it by 0.8 because the price is effectively less. And then I've also done the same with Umbra shards, but instead of times it by divided by 3 and times it by 2, I just divided by 3. So that makes up for the other third, which gives me exactly half the value here. And then looking at the gloom dust, I looked at the price of taking the 85% greens that you get from 100 braces and taking the cheapest of those and times it by the average of gloom dust you get from greens, which is about 9. UAJZ, good evening to you. Thanks for stopping by. Ballpark figure, what's the ratio at the moment for expulsion per bracer? Yeah, you've got a different spreadsheet, I think. We'll wait for that one to come in. There we go. So that's my current thinking on the Bracer Super Shuffle version 8.15 with the rod, which gives me an Umbra shard price of about 80 gold, a veiled crystal price of about 160 gold, an expulsion price of 183, and gloom dust is about 573. I lost you, but last time took also a week to get your head around it. It is quite complicated. I'm not sure how to best break it up, but I've tried to keep the 2 steps separate. There may be a case where they're not separate, and I encompass it into one big formula, but I haven't quite gotten to that stage yet. So this is the best I could come up with at the moment. The thing I have added though is this one that says about using is it worth it, and this adapts based on your DB market prices, so this should help with working out if it's worth doing. So we basically look at this, and this will change depending on what the answer is to these questions. So the return, the total return is 3,000 gold, but if you only did step 1 and you didn't do anything with the expulsum, you'd actually lose money at the moment because of the price of veiled crystals being so cheap. If the price of veiled crystals and Umbra shards were higher than they are at the moment, say at the moment Umbra shards are 110, say they were something like 150, and veiled crystals were something more like 290. If you could sell them for that amount, then you get a return of just over a profit for the step 1, and then the total return would be an extra 5,000 gold. Now this is only the value of the enchanting materials. This doesn't include or factor in the turning those enchanting materials into enchants that you could sell for even more profit, potentially. So it's all ballparks. It all depends on what you're going to do with it. But that's my feelings at the moment. I grayed out the actual TSM string because I haven't really included that yet. So if you were going to use this spreadsheet in its current format, what I'd suggest is put in your numbers and then take the values from here and put those in as manual prices for TSM. So just put a manual price of like 80 gold, or maybe round it up slightly. So something like 90 gold for Umbra Shards, 190 for Expulsum, 6 for Gloom, and maybe that's the higher of the two, so probably take 170 for Veiled Crystal or something like that. That's the main thing. But as Mushy was saying earlier, it's not a massive return on step 1, but once you do step 2, you get a much bigger return then on the extra Veiled and Umbras you get from doing the epics. So I hope that explains things and the way my brain's currently thinking. And I haven't dissuaded too many of you of using the spreadsheet. What did I have on chat? Missed a whole load of stuff here. I know Joe does. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. I lost you too. Oh, sorry, Bumblefire. Expulsion ratio as farmers is kind of needed in TSM. Just took the cost of 500 braces, checked how many enchants you made of it, and cost is 5k, return is 25k. So profit is good. Exactly. You have failed. Nobody else has failed. That works for me, Mushy. Something like that would be perfect. You need to look at the final product. Have your enchants dropped? Yes, the enchant prices, looking at these, profits on these, because I haven't put in my manual figures yet, are telling me that these profits are actually in the red again. So what I'll do here is I'll go into my materials and let's have a look at Gloom Dust. It's currently 11 and we said we'll make that a manual price of 6 gold for Gloom Dust. Did that work? Yes, it did. It just won't update until I've gone back. And let's look at Umbra Shards. Currently at 167. We said on our spreadsheet, that's the wrong one. On our spreadsheet, where is it? We're going for 80 gold. Let's just round that up to something like 90 gold. Just to add in a little bit of variance. And then for Veiled, we're going to go for a matte price of, instead of 210, we're going to go for, it's currently 160 according to my spreadsheet, so let's make that 170. That's really cheap, obviously. And my Expulsum, we're going to put this in manually for now. Obviously it'd be better for TSM to calculate this, but I haven't done the strings yet on this. So instead of 140, which is what we did have, I've actually increased it to 183. So let's make that 190 gold, because that gives me a price for my honourable braces, and that was all of them. So if we now go back into crafting, so now TSM is telling me we have a profits on critical strike, haste, mastery and versatility, not by a huge amount, 300 gold, 800 gold. 800 gold is quite good though. And then the others are barely into a profit there, so some of those wouldn't necessarily be worth it. The wands and things we don't normally do anyway. And then everything else we would leave. So from looking at that, we could still effectively turn a profit based on our average buy price of all our things using Shimmer Scale. So looking at those, I'd probably try and focus on things like the critical strike and the haste, because those prices are a little bit higher. Maybe from a time perspective, you could look at just resetting the markets on these things. Maybe you could even just buy materials, keep the stock of materials low. Depending on how quickly they're coming through, you could maybe just look at all the BFA enchanting mats and buy up all the cheap ones, just so that there's not a lot of them. I don't know how many Veiled Crystals there actually are. There's a fair amount actually. There's a stack of 200 there at 223. Big Head Number, thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I didn't have my window covered up there. Let me just minimise that one down. There we go. I can see a bit better. Consist only make one of everything. Just be careful of making multiples. Let the market settle a little and keep your mats. Buy the super shuffle in an auction house, of course, yeah. Can't see a profit on crafting honourable gear on your realm because the price on deep sea satin is like 50 gold each. Having to use 22 per bracelet is crazy. Absolutely, Brumblefire, I wouldn't recommend doing honourable tailoring braces, but if you can get your leather braces much cheaper, then, oh, Mushy's already said that further down, that's much cheaper, and so you can get a much better price for those. What percentage loss? Your guess is about 20%. We like going into lobby zones and PvPing mobs and killing thousands of mobs in an hour. Fair enough. Crazy calculation test page. Oh, this is the one day though, is it? Okay, let me just bring this one up. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, let's just swap over. There we go. Let me just move that over here. Right. This is the one you were talking about on the Discord a little bit, wasn't it? Oh god, there's loads of chat that I've completely missed on. There we go. I'm sorry. I was making my way down there and I didn't see there was absolutely loads to do there. Hey, it's Sharkin! How are you, Sharkin? Thanks for stopping by. How's your new job going? We've missed you. I kept on popping into your Discord every now and again to see if you're active. Saw you popping in every now and again. Probably should have there. Let me just quickly catch up on chat because I'm way behind. Let me just skip through. Smooshy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And turn-ins also need them. Have tailoring on all tunes. Yeah, thanks. How are you? Can you help me with this? What do I do when TSM says TSM failed to scan some auctions? Please rerun the scan. I've never had that one before. Have you tried posting in the WoW Economy Discord? They might be able to help you out with that one. Yeah, the TSM team would definitely help with that one. There we are. Try if it happens if you stand in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's a very strange one. So let's have a look at Dado's spreadsheet here. Okay, no problem, Mimichi. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. So you're using... so you got the greens, one green cost, coarse leather. So those are your averages there on make braces, disenchant the blues. And those are for... which is that for? Leather, I'm taking it based on that. Umbra Gloom leather bones. Green cost, one green cost. Blue disenchant, green scrap. Green disenchant. Not sure what... oh, these are the numbers down here. So if you have 100 greens, you'll get blues that will disenchant. You scrap 75 of the greens, but you actually will disenchant 10 of the greens to give you the extra boost in Umbra shards. I see. So if you disenchant the blues, you'll get about 3.75 veiled, 32 Umbra, and then 22 gloom, and then you add in... oops. Oh, that's just jumped to the old one. That was weird. Why did that suddenly jump to the old one? Let me see if I can find that again. That was my one. There's something weird with the Google Sheets, I think. Ah, it's down page 1. Ah, there we go. It was my mouse that clicked on the actual tab. There we go, I can see it now. There we go. I changed tab. Yeah, that was weird. Didn't notice I'd clicked. There we are. So looking at that, return from scrap and disenchant, what have you got? That's the quantity of 15 greens, and that's the quantity by 1, so 0.25. And then what have you got here? Return from scrap, disenchant, goodies original discounted. So is that the value of these, or the number you get? Are you putting values in these? I'm guessing from that one. Zimpal, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you very much. Let's see some chef's hats and thumbs up for Zimpal. Thank you very much indeed. It's hard without talking to explain. No problem. I'd be interested to hear you talk about it. Maybe maybe you can write up a little thing in the Discord and explain it. I'm always interested in seeing how other people think about their prices of things. But it's good to see. Thank you for sharing. Right, let me move this all over here. Wait, I was mathing. It's all based on the cost of 1 green. I see. Okay, so what are you doing for the veil prices and things? So today it looks like you get 12 expulsum for 100 braces. 12 expulsum for 100 braces. That sounds about right, I would say, considering I get 14 expulsum for 100 braces and you're disenchanting 10 of them, so you'll get some of them less. That would make sense. And Joy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Expulsum 6.27 veiled, Umbra, veiled, Umbra, room. I'm not sure what those numbers are, Mushy. Figure out a string that will force TSM to undercut people's auctions on stuff. No matter what you do, it doesn't want to undercut anyone. It should do, based on your min prices, Demona. It's a strange one. As long as your minimum price is low enough, it will undercut it. Tessamania, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. I understand what you say, but it's clearly not clear in the spreadsheet. Right, yeah. Trying to see the formulas and you'll understand the concept. Okay, I'll have a dig through it when I've got a bit more brain space. For now, though, I think I better carry on. Otherwise, I'm going to... that's interesting. That's 180 there, that Veil Crystal. That really is quite cheap. Based on mine currently being a mat cost of 170. So I'm actually going to buy those now. Because that is very cheap. And my Umbra Shard mat cost is 90. And these are coming in at 110 now. So that just goes to show that the prices on these are really plummeting. And there's a big drop in these things, going from 127 to 110. So it's so tempting, given the time factor, to buy things like this. I'll be flooded with Umbra. Yeah, that's the thing to watch out for, isn't it? I've got 723 at the moment, so it's very tempting to get loads of those. But I'll leave that for now. Oh, there goes a packed critical strike. So I have got some cells. Opia, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. You even put 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 copper, and it still won't undercut. Oh, right, Demona, that doesn't seem right. Okay, have you checked the, where is it? In the group's operations, when you do a undercut, I don't know, something like bars here. You have checked the, when below minimum, post at minimum price, and the undercut amount is 1 copper. Just double check on those things. Make sure those are alright. Oh, Sensors, how are you? Thanks for the raid. How was your stream? I completely missed out on chat, so what I'm going to do is jump down into the bottom here. Thank you very much for the raid. For those that haven't checked out Sensors, shout out to Sensors Adventures. Also a lovely gold making streamer. Now I've got to spell your name. Adventures. Hopefully I got that right. There we go. Shout out to senders. Thank you very much for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Alright, I've missed loads and loads on chat. So let me just quickly scan up. Good evening, machine. Hashtag long name problems. Exactly. Same as Samadan plays WoW. Having to type everything up. There we go. Let me just quickly scan through. Make sure I haven't missed anyone up. Miss Juicy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Everyone is great tonight. Doing very well, thank you very much. We just got our head around a whole load of new bracer numbers, and so everyone's kind of reeling after all the spreadsheet math we've been doing. Okay, so it used to be 6 for 1 expulsum, and now it's more like 8 braces for 1 expulsum. Good to know. And I also missed on something. Right now, spending your gold on Hearthstone pre-order because it's €80, I guess. Wow. Okay. Using your tokens very, very wisely there, Anjoy. Good to see. And then what did I miss on everyone coming in? Long but good. Excellent. Good to hear. Let me just go through everything else here. What else did I miss on? Took you 28 tries to get the Silas Potion Prosperity item for the alchemy. So you had tons to craft. Oh, congratulations on getting it. Percentage of enchants down about 20%, you reckon? You never know. I mean, it looks like everything has been dropping, Will, so I definitely would say so. Expectation on Discord tomorrow. Okay, no worries, Dado. Thanks ever so much for sharing nonetheless. Kiefer, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Orio's going over. What do I think about inscription right now? I don't know. I haven't got it as a profession, unfortunately. Kicking yourself, emptied bags to bag before disenchanting. Forgot to take the rod back out. 300 blues and 80 honourables. Disenchanted with no rod. Ouch, Nox. I did that with 19 and I felt it. Yeah, that's a terrible one. Braces, expulsum. Are you saying I should be making braces, Mushy? I'm going to leave them for the moment. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to probably do a little bit of PvP and the brawls to get some more marks of honour. We have 8 at the moment, and we need another 3 brawls done. I need to go PvE. What would you suggest I do PvE-wise? The dungeons for the tailoring will be the next one, potentially. How are you doing, Oreo? We can't quite see Oreo though. He's looking extremely cute. Reaching for my hand. There we go. We will get a few more. Hold up. Oh, we go. PvE brawl for the chomp stomp. Hold on. Yes, that's what I meant. Is that not? Yes. Okay. PvE because it's versus the computers. There we go. There we go. Yes. And Wave, you said something. That's Brian thing. Would it be wise to use your boost so you could get a few more professions like inscription and engineering? Nice addition to my goal making. Absolutely, Wave. I've got Awakening there with alchemy ready to be going. I just don't have enough time, unfortunately. Have been able to tune in stream since the patch. Have you figured out how the new shuffle DE maths, or is there a spreadsheet where you can contribute your disenchanting scrapping stats to? You can do both, Miss Juicy. We have 2 spreadsheets going at the moment. Let me see if I can find them all. We have the original Bracer Super Shuffle, this one here, which has the original shuffle without the rod, which does have the TSM strings down here, but we also have a new work in progress 8.15 with the rod, which has some formulas I've been working on this afternoon for the Umbra Shards, Glue Dust, Expulsum and Veil Crystals from Step 1. Now includes a new suggestion here which tells you which is the cheapest and whether it's worth it or not, and what the return is on each of these things, and it will tell you whether it's worth it and what your return will be on that's on the enchanting materials. That's not taking into account the enchants that you can then make from that. So if I type that in, not taking into account in chance you can make thereafter. There we go. I'll pop that in there. And then the actual one on the numbers that you can put in, I don't think I've got that one up at the moment, but it's in my, that's a super shuffle. There it is. New brace of numbers is this one, where you can add the numbers in. I'll copy that link into the chat. I realise I've missed on loads of chat at the moment, so I'm going to quickly rush through that again. See what else I missed. Did that one. Did that one. You reckon generally enchant sales and profits went down by about 20%. But for Mushy they went up 30%. Yeah, it depends if you are aggressive on resetting the markets and things like that, or able to relist and repost quickly. That's the main thing really. Right, so we've done all of that for the moment. We haven't restocked or anything. We've probably got quite a few things you could make, but I'm going to do the Brawl and queue up for that. So I'm going to do the comp stomp one here and join the battle for that. See if we can get a few more of those. About to do a few scrap rounds whilst watching now. Oh, thank you, Miss Lucy. Well, very welcome to have your stats in there. The mats for crafting the enchants when you do the breast shuffle are so crazy cheap that your profit margin is still much higher, even when the price of the enchant themselves tank. The other effect is that low prices do is more people buy, so we'll also have more revenue. So it's more revenue and more profit on most realms, if that makes sense. That does make sense, Rasheen. And looking at my spreadsheet, even with the prices being as low as they are, that we just put in, looking at here, so the cost of 100 shimmer scale arm guards will cost me in materials 8,300, and if I were to sell the items here, the worth of what I get back from that, not including the expulsum, gives me just over a 200 gold profit. But if I then do step 2 and include what I get for the take off the cost of the additional materials, which is another 1,000 gold, but the return from the veiled crystals and umbras is worth about 5,900. Actually no, that's less than that because I artificially inflated these prices. Let's check that to 120 and that to 220, and that was more like it. But I just heard the thing go off, so we better jump into this. Only if the cost of the veils become more. Exactly, and I imagine it will. I reckon it will settle down. Even when the main veil crystals prices go down. How much see today with your brain wanted to overcomplicate the maths. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm doing as well. How many on your server have the rod? Well, it's relatively easy to get, I would say. Right, let's go just over here for the moment. And we probably just need to boost everyone up. There we go. Everyone's got something. For you, like 5. That's not many at all. I wouldn't have a clue how many have it on here. Let me just move my windows around a little bit. And let's bring up the marker here. How many goblins have you got that sell a lot of enchants? I think there's a few more. I haven't actually been keeping a close eye on it. Where I'm going to keep this. Let's keep this near the middle, I think. That should be easy enough. Are you in the same Brawl wave? Whereabouts are you? TSM mailbox is crashing, is it? You know your competition and put them on your friends list. Accept the quest. I didn't have the quest on this one. I've already did that one before. From the dungeon journal. The one that has the 4 things. I've done that one, I think. The 4 brawls, yeah. I did that one yesterday. Not yesterday, last time we had the stream. Right, we're going to go over and join this group of people. It was there at some point, I think. Here comes the horde. Let's get that going, that going. Do a dot on there. Seem to be targeted, so I'll keep that going. Get myself one of those. Just keep running around, causing mischief. Quite a few people around here. Oh, got rooted. Stunned rather. Let's just get out of that. Let's get some healing going on this. Otherwise we're going to run out of people to help out with this one. And I'm going to run out of mana if I keep using Shadow Mend. So let's use that and that. Let's try and join in over here. Got lots of people here. I don't think we quite have enough people to help out with this one. We could do with some help down here. Let's get you dotted. And then, oh no, pressing the wrong buttons, my hand's all over the keyboard. There we go. Let's get that going, that going. Penance, keep people a bit healed up. That's better. There we go. Okay, and I'll do that on myself. Wait for this to be collected up, I guess. Oh, here they all come. Get my shields going. Try and stay in combat a little bit more here. Got rooted. Lumpy and Scruffy are on me. Gonna try and get out of this. Just can't keep you alive whilst I'm stunned, unfortunately. I think this is going to be it for me. Unless I pain suppression out of this. There we go, and let's just Psychic Scream and then dot everyone up whilst I've got some time. And hopefully everyone can come in and help out. Got Holy Locked on that though. Been certainly targeted here. Let's try and get out of here. Right, have we got enough people helping out here? It's a close battle. I'll give it that. Oh, I got himself too much bother there. That was a bad idea. Right, back into the fray. Make sure I've got my chef's hat on and Pierre with me. And then let's go join in wherever everyone is. Seems the main battle's... Where is it at the moment? Over here it looks like. Right, so I'll just do everything here. we go. They're done. That's done. Basic farmer's brain is trying. So if your crafting cost for an enchant was 1,000 gold before the last patch and has sold for 2,000 gold, made 1,000 profit, limited customer base, let's say raiders, let's say 100 people can raid, that's 200k revenue. Yeah, basically volume. It's about the volume, even if you've got less profits. That makes sense, Rasheen. Even if it's cheaper. Let's do this. Didn't mean to do that, but let's carry on anyway. Pick those off. There we go. Okay, now we seem to be doing a bit better. We've got some horde sides we need to deal with down at the bottom though. So let's see where we need to go here next. So 100 braces is 20 veiled, 40 umbra and 20 glue. Cost is 1,000 to get that, and you can sell 5 packed rings for more than 1,000. So therefore profit for you. I mean, that's the key to it, is to just know what your own prices are and get, yeah, exactly. If it's rough and blunt, that's absolutely fine. As long as you've got a feeling for it, I think it works absolutely fine. Right, have we got enough people coming in to help out here? There we go. Start with one. I am a frog. I remember being in this position last time. As long as I stay in the periphery, I should be okay. So I appear to be attacked by a demon hunter quite prolifically. Let's come in here. Move out a little bit, shield myself up. Pulled that demon hunter a bit further out so they can at least take some damage, hopefully, out of range. So let's just come in a little bit more and help out there. Shield up them as well. We got that one, that's fine. Now we can come back to the main fray over here. So buy all the cheap mats. So you see, even though the enchanting price tanked, you make more. Where is everyone? Did we not make it? Let's head on back up the top. Let me get myself out of there. Come into the middle. That helps with that one. And then, where are we else with everyone else? Are we trying to go further south? It looks like we've got a few people over there, so let's go and help out with that. Let's go up the top. Join in with that one. Mojra, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. I've only got half an eye on the chat, so if I've missed anyone coming in, I do apologise. Craft them all the way to the enchant stage. So yeah, basically, maximise your profit. There we go. Lots of people in here in the sawmill, doing all right here. There's another one there. And that one's done. Okay. We can carry on. We're still in combat though. Got some copper from them. Wasn't expecting that. Ah, there's someone over here. One of those. How are we doing? 779. So definitely close. Shield you up and then see if we can help out. You just clear out the auction house. Generally care very little about the enchanting map prices in the auction house. So are you basically just looking at your own map prices, Rasheen? Alright, let them go there. Who's over? You're over here, you're over here. So that should be enough for the moment. I think. What we need to do now is concentrate on the middle. Let them have those. Just going to double check over the other side. Make sure that's being kept in check. Everyone seems to be okay over that side. Jump over here and we'll go down the bottom. Yeah, looks like there's a few things over here, so let's just take a leap of faith. Flying in, Samadan. Everyone's dotted. Let's come in here. Psychic Scream the ones we can. Probably do with helping out with a little bit of dispelling here. Seems everyone seems to be in trouble. Oh, got a couple of pets on me. Where is everyone? Let's dot those pets and let's just penance that. Seem to have turned the tide on this at the moment, as we've held 3 bases for long enough. 1,100 at the moment, so we're doing okay. If you have time, you have no problems getting Veil Crystals. Gateway is time. Yes, time is one of those big factors. Doing all the shuffles, isn't it? Where are you? Lorella cheers at you. Right, there you are. Let's give you a heal whilst we're here. And then we'll come through. Was that you, Wave? Are you Lorella? There we go. Let's move on up to the middle. See where everyone else is. And the middle is unguarded, so we better get up there. Let's go around this way. I'm going to jump over this side to get into the middle. There we go. Oh, you're Twiddle. Oh, right, okay. Oh, here they are. Let's just stay out of this a little bit. There's a lot of people coming in, so let's see if I can help out with a well-placed Psychic Scream. Oh, got Shadow Locked, that doesn't help. Penance instead. Good thing about being a priest, disciplined priest, is you can do both. Let's just move out a little bit further here. Dot a few people. Keep moving. Pretend I know what I'm doing. Hide in the bush if needs be. There we are. Let's get a Mind Bender on you. I think that will help. Oh yeah. Still got 2 pets on me, so do a bit of that. Let's move out of the way of that, that hurt. There we go. It does take a little while just to finish these off. We're getting there. Ooh. That was a bad idea. Wasn't watching where I was. There we go. You disenchant and scrap all 4 pairs can take like 2 hours. Yeah, definitely. There we go. Gold Strongbox and 40 Conquest. Fantastic. So let's go have a look. Does that count for our 2 of the quest items, I think? Should be, hopefully. But it seems back in the Cataclysm days, it was an awesome way to make mats. What was that? Rings require ore. Way too expensive. Oh, right, okay, that was a different method, was it? Okay. That was good fun, wasn't it, Wave? I enjoyed that one. Let's go have a look, quick look at my quests whilst I'm here. So I should have 2 of them. Let's just go to Brawl and we'll have a quick look at that. And then we'll see what we can do about maybe another one of those. As we had quick time for that one. Don't think we have any time to do dungeons today. But I think if we can get these brawls done, that should be quite easy. The main thing here being we want to maximise what we can get this week. So it was the other one here. This quest that we've got going at the moment, Call to Battle. So we should have that done somewhere. Let's have a look at the quest log here. World PvP, no, not that one. Weekend event, no. Battlegrounds, that one. To battle, ready for turn-in. What's that one? Is that something different? Join and win any battleground, complete. Satchel of battlefield spoils. Where's that in? The Netherlight Crucible. I didn't realise I had one there. Okay. What's the Satchel of Battlefield Spoils? Let's go have a look. I'm intrigued now. Whilst I'm waiting for that, I'll also queue up for another one. Oh, it's a weekend event, is it? Okay, Mushy. We'll have a look. We'll go on over there in a moment. So let's just have a look at... let's queue up whilst we're doing this, having a look. Comes up, join battle for comp Stomp. And then we'll light seek over here and fly over here. And then we'll pick up whatever that thing is in there. How's Mr. Potato doing after 815? It's been absolutely fine, Monsieur. No idea whether it's been any worse at all. Question: you start a new character on a new server. How can you make gold faster? Because you only actually have 168 gold. You've got herbs and alchemy. Another way? No worries, Jack and Neil. Oh, there you are. And I remember you disappeared, so let's jump in here whilst we're here. There we go. Do that one quickly whilst we're here. Satchel of Battlefield Spoils. What was that? And so the way to make... there we go. We got Gladiator's Choker. Interesting. We'll disenchant that one. Question 1. What level is you? You beat me to it, Moshi. That would be my first thing. What resources have you got available to you? That being one of them. Or whilst we're here, what's available? Do we have a Centenax? That would be useful if we did. Can't see one, so we'll leave that one. Pop on out. So you're level 40 for the moment. Okay, so level 40, I would concentrate on leveling, enjoying the game, and gathering whilst you're there. Let's jump in another one. Some people had problems, including me, black screens and stuff, FPS drops. Yeah, no, I haven't had any issues at all, Mr. Potato White. Touch wood. Hopefully we should be alright on that one. I haven't updated my graphics card drivers, so I don't know if there's any potential issues there that I might have. DirectX 12, is it? Potentially. You went back to 11. I don't know what I'm on, actually. I think I'm on 12. From looking at things. Right, so we were looking at this. We're looking at the weekend event. So yes, 2 of 4 battlegrounds won. So that is working at the moment. So we did the one last stream on, what day is it? Wednesday. And then we've just done one now. So let's see if we can get another one going, hopefully, whilst we're here. Whilst we are here, let's have a quick look at the auction house. We can start looking at things like maybe Legion Enchanting mats. Have a quick look if there's any cheap ones on there for the moment. Well, that's expensive. Look at that, Chaos Crystals, 212 gold. So that's quite pricey. And then let's have a look at we've done the Super Shuffle, we checked on those. Check my auctions, I've got Critical Strike that's coming through, 1,900. So what are the suggestions coming over? To take mining and herbing, good idea, yep. And fishing as well, yep, that's also a good idea. Let's just jump on that, there we go. And then we can go back on our mount, there we go. We're in the same again, are we, Wave? Okay. Fishing can be good for things. And down in Stranglethorn Vale, there's a good route you can do down there. Then level until you can get into that zone. There. Oh, Gumdrops. Happy Friday to you. How are you? Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for using your Prime for 6 months. Let's see some chef's hats, thumbs up, and a warm welcome to Gumdrops. And some Gums love if you have it. Apologies I can't jump in there quite at the moment. I'm just in the middle of doing a AI PvP battle, which is good fun. Let's go and see if we can see how many are in at the moment. Looks like we've got a good representation here, so I'll just keep an eye on that for the moment. Wait for everyone to come in, perhaps. See how that goes. There we go. That comes, love. Exactly. Skillshots Live, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Here come all the horde. Let's just join in here. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Close that one down. There we go. That's the trouble when you're using a small keyboard. You end up just mashing your big fingers all over it. Right, okay, we're okay here. We've got everyone there, so let's join in over here. Let's go. Oops, got stuck on a fence post. It's not rude when it's true, Gumdrops, then it's just sad. I'm not going to look back at whatever that comment was, Totems. Apologies if I missed anything coming in whilst I started this battleground. Can be a bit tricky to focus whilst I'm doing intense PvP. Where is everyone here? There we go. Oh, we need to help out here with some healing. And some damage as well. And here come the cavalry, so we'll make sure we can do those. Don't think I can see anyone here. I'll keep that one for the moment, and I'll come in with a Psychic Scream instead. Where did that Mindbender go? Do that and that. Put that in. Everyone else is out of range, so I can't help those out. I can help the pet out though. That's easy enough. There comes some more. Let's get myself out of range of it, I think. That would be easier for me to just move it out the way. I'll keep those dotted. Go. Oh, I need to help you out quickly if I can. Keep you healed. Let's do some emergency shadow mends just to keep you topped up. Keep myself healed. Watch my mana levels. I really need to get going with some atonements. There we go, that should help out. Then I can dot some people down. Stay in with everyone else. Near the flag will probably help. Oh, here comes everyone, they're all over there. Making another 100 braces, shimmer scale again, nice. Right, let's come in here, help out with that. Move out this way a little bit. I mean, I'm quite enjoying playing against the AI because it does mean you can have a little bit more not so much relaxed fun, but a bit more of a practice time, because I'm not that great at PvP anyway. So it's a bit more forgiving for someone of my skills, shall we say. And I always get targeted as a priest. Don't know what I got horrified by there. Let's just boost everyone up. There we go. There we are. Take the flag. The flag's there already. I just need to stand there at the moment. Exactly. So the path is cloth, leather, bracers, enchant mats. What about just selling enchant mats? You could just sell them. It all depends on your server, really, and the prices. But you do get, if you can sell enchants for more, then you get more profit that way. Current main gold income is Paragon chests. That's fair enough. I mean, if you can get enough of those going, it's definitely worth it. Let's talk about your pet. Your pet's about to die. Let's get that going, and well, that should help out there. Then we can move over this side. Seem to have enough of us over here. I don't know what we need to do to tag this, but we'll stay here for a minute. Just whilst everyone's here. You're in stealth, which is good. Alright, where's everyone else? Hold on. There's my map. Let's have a look here. There we go. You get so much more for the enchants, it's not worth selling the mats. Exactly, that's the best position to be in if you can, ideally. Sure, I saw someone coming in over that by that tower. There we go. We've gained that one. So everyone's split. We've got someone all at the back there at the stables. Don't leave bases alone. We'll see what we can do here. I'll stay here actually with the druid. We'll cover this one. Oh, and picks for your minions, the ones that may give you on a mission success, they sell for a lot. So may give one or on a mission success. Oh right, okay. I haven't really thought about those for my minions. Like the enchanting ones, I haven't done any of those for the same reason. Yeah, but the orb would be a good one, wouldn't it? Because any materials like that, you'd get a good return on them at least. So we're not doing too well here because the lumber mill is horde controlled, stables are horde controlled. So I think we need to probably help out a little bit here. Let's go on up to the top here. How is this possible? They are actually in the lead. Right, let's deal with this. We need to be in wherever the conflict is, I would say. Right, here's everyone. There's lots of people in here, so let's get on out of that. We're in some pretty heavy conflict, so I'm going to see if I can just run away a little bit. Shield myself up. Oh, got shadow lock now, so maybe I can penance on myself. Or die horribly. There we go. That didn't work out so well. There we go. Enchant's completely dead on your server the past week or so. I've noticed Enchant's there's been a bit more competition, or they're dead, or I haven't been able to make a lot of the Legion Enchants, which have been good levelling ones. Alright, let's go back into the fray here. But it all depends on your server really, and how much time, like we were saying earlier in the stream, if you can post on little and often, that would be a slightly better position to be in. Right, where is everyone? You've got no help here. I'm going to be on my own here, which isn't going to help. So I'm going to move around this side instead, where you're just waiting there. Let's see if I can come around this side. And help out. Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea. I'm going to get killed again. Okay, this isn't a good idea. 696 versus 685. It's a close battle. Bots are actually not that bad. I would say, given the, you know, if you recklessly run in, they will actually come in and give you a hard time. And in my case, get me killed. So it's definitely a challenge. It's by no means a piece of cake. Alright, we're all coming over to Blacksmith, but what about up here at the top? We could do with some over here. So I can only see one person up here. We want to spread this around a little bit. I kill your pet constantly is so frustrating. I've only done one expedition, so I don't really have any I need to come out of this. There we go, I'm stuck. There we go. Get myself out of that. So you got a death grip, that's not a bad tactic. Keeping me in this blood pool. Try and get myself out of it. Keep my dots going, keep my shields on. Rooted. Oh, got more people coming in now. Psychic Scream's got another few seconds on it, but it's too late. Tactics. Yeah, there wasn't any tactic to running in on my own. That was the main problem there. Sorry, you've got a belly full of Oreo fluff at the moment. He's just rolling in front of the camera. Does it give marks? If so, where'd you sign it? It does, Zambi. Basically, if you do the 2 quests that are going on at the moment, you can do the first one and get 5 marks of honour, and so you can get 8 marks of honour quite easily, and then you do another 3, of which this is my 3rd, do another 4, and then there's another quest you can do, which you sign up for using the Dungeon Finder, and that will give you a little bit extra as well, like another 5 marks, so worth doing, definitely. Alright, let's see if we can just help out here. That was an odd sound, never heard that one before. Right, everyone seems to be piled in here, so let's see what we can do about keeping myself and everyone else alive. Mainly we need to dot everyone down and just stay out of the way, because there's so many of them here. If you can keep the dots going and keep everyone just about alive, that would help. Right, let's move out a little bit here. I fear I'm getting a bit close. My Mindbender helping out there. Oh, that doesn't help. Death gripped in. This happened to me last time. Can't pain suppression my way out of it. There we go. Didn't think I'd last that one. There we go. I was here first. Hey Muscletop, how are you? Typing please. When you dispel a debuff that is harmful to you. Oh, hold on, what did I miss that? Now problems against the AI was. Okay, what was that with? Oh, that was discursive. Oh, okay. When you dispel a debuff that is harmful to you, if you dispel it, decursive would make that sound. Oh, right. Thank you, Rasheen. I'll listen out for that one. Okay. Where is everyone, and what do we need to do to help? Okay, 2 are horde controlled. We've got a good split of people now. Everyone's on different bases. No one's in the middle though, so let's go over here. Now that one's alright actually. We need to be up here at the top. Let's go over and do that one. This is the Battleground AI. It's basically down here, Mozzeltov. You come in here and do the Brawl comp stomp. That's the one you want to do. And the AI is an interesting challenge. That's for sure. Right, how many have we got up here? Can we help out? One there, one there. There we go. Okay. Zivan Ali, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, hold on, someone else coming in here. Welcome on board. We are currently just doing some AI PvP, just to try and get ourselves some extra marks of honour to help with Erfen and his Sinister collection for tailoring. There we go. That's 2 down. Capture that one, hopefully. Couple of people coming in here. Schism, smite, penance. Might as well shield myself, do some more damage. Mindbender going on you and that on that. That should work. Look like Twitch, thank you very much for the follow. Do appreciate it. Apologies I can't give chat a full bit of attention whilst I'm in the middle of the PvP. I'm currently just running into a log, which doesn't really help. Let's try and move myself out of the fray a little bit. There we are. That's a bit better. Now we can move back. Help everyone out. There we go. Got the Alliance one that side. It's a close fought battle. 1-3-30 versus 1-3-5-5. We may even lose this one. Alright, where is everyone? Stables need some help. We need a good split of people, ideally, so we don't lose things. You don't get a Mark of Honour guaranteed for winning it. I don't think I got one last time. I don't think this is going to help, but we'll give it a go. Just to keep one person busy. And a schism. Should at least do a fair amount of damage. And a penance. Keep on top of things. Oh, that didn't work. There you go. I haven't opened the box, actually. No, it's a good point, actually, Mushy. You haven't PvP'd since Kata. Oh, alright, interesting. Okay, how do we do? We've still got stables contested. There's quite a few people over there. Do we have enough people here to help out? Let's try it. They might win this at this rate. There's a lot of them here. I see you there. Doesn't help that I just ran through everything there. Let's just shadow menu myself. Shield up. Penance whilst I can. There we go. Horde wins. Can you believe it? We actually lost that one. That was amazing. Okay, not a good idea. It was close. I mean, I'm quite pleased about that, because that means it's not just something that people just go in and think, oh, I don't have to do anything. So I was pleased with that. I thought that was quite good. You lost one as well, did you, Mushy? Well, let's open up our chest that we did have. So we've got a gold strongbox there, which is 2 marks of honour. And we have a steel strongbox, which is 1 mark of honour. So that's good, at least. There we go. Tragedy, thank you very much for the follow. Thought you did good, to be fair. Oh, thank you, Will. We did give it a go. I probably hung around too long in one base, though. Just lost the brawl you were in. Oh, right. Back driving home now. Okay, Dado. So let's have a look at what was the marks of honour we had so far. We got 12 at the moment. So that's good to send over to Erfen. I think we ought to do that and just check on Erfen, because we haven't checked yet. Let's find ourselves a mailbox. There's one. I think that's the one I found the lost mail at. Okay, so let's pick up our purchases. We'll leave the glorious stats for the moment. And we'll send the marks of honour over to Erfen. Take those, and we'll send those. So there we go, done that. And then we'll swap over from Samadan to Erfen. Now I haven't restocked on Samadan, which I ought to do really, but I don't think I've got time to do everything tonight. So I just do want to check on Erfen though. Level some more toons and not just camp the auction house. Yes, Will, that is very much true. I've got this boost sitting here. I've got Awakening, who is my alchemist, who I haven't done anything with, and El Mortis here at 84, my other alchemist. So I could get at least one of the alchemies up, along with herbalism. So get another profession going. Very much like to do that. But you're right, I do spend a lot of the time just kind of buying things at the auction house and restocking on things. I could be maybe a bit more efficient. Maybe do a bit more in the game as well. Let's have a look at what we've got here. I've got some expires, we have to deal with those. We do have some sales though, some Sinister Combatant sales, which is nice. And it looks like I've been buying some more Bloodstained Bones and Shimmer Scale as well. Lots of Shimmer Scale, so that's good. Probably got that for a good price, I imagine. So let's pick up the Sinister Combatants gear. This is 140, so let's open those along with the Marks of Honour. I'll take all of this up. And Bodek, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And we've just got a few more left in there, which is probably just going to be Shimmer Scale. So let's just check our auctions. Everything else is on. I think we've got Drums of Fury there, so that's good. In terms of restocking things, let's have a look at those Marks of Honour, see if we can buy up a few things that we're missing, recipe-wise. To be fair, it's not about efficiency. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. This is true. This is very true. It's one of the things I always say is make sure you enjoy whatever you do. I would like to do more professions. I would like to have them all. But I think I would need to put the time in to level the characters as well. And then probably just divide my time. That's where I was thinking efficiency is maybe if I assign a certain, like, an hour per character or something like that. What do I use the PvP marks? For buying all the recipes here, Bloodfang. So basically, the Sinister and Honourable gear requires Marks of Honour. For the rank 2, you need 2 Marks of Honour. For the rank 3, you need 4 Marks of Honour. So I've been collecting up all my recipes for leatherworking. I've got all the rank 3s for the Sinister at the moment. I don't really need to bother with the Honourable gear, apart from the bracers. I definitely wanted rank 3 for that. And then moving down to the Sinister Mail, I'm missing a couple of rank 3s here, so I could buy at least 3 of these at the moment. So that should get me going. So what do I need first? What did I have? I had 12 Marks of Honour, so I can buy 3 of these rank 3s. So Sinister Combatants Mail Arm Guards. Let's find those first. Male arm guards, that's leather arm guards. Male leggings. Male waistguard, male arm guards rank 3. So we'll take that one. And we also want the next one, the male gauntlets, which I saw on the previous page. Male gauntlets, take that one. And then I'll take a third one. This one seems to have more profit. Treads or waistguard. I think I'll go waistguard as it's got more profit. Sinister combatant, that's leather. We want male waistguard. Take that one. There we are. So those are our marks spent. We don't have any others, do we? No. Okay. Let's learn those ones. Make one of my stream days or nights just for another toon. That's a good idea, Masper. We could maybe just do, something dedicated to each one. With just 26 different enchants in the auction house, you had a turnover of 68k. So not a profit. You really tried. Oh right, okay. Different enchants in the auction house. Well, I wonder why that wasn't a profit. I mean, you did have your rough ballpark figures, so you should be able to get something from those, hopefully. More shimmer scale we bought, do that. Oh no, it was profit. Oh, okay, I misread it. Okay, that's good to know. I was getting worried for a minute then. Based on your figures from before. Okay, let's just post on these things that we've got here, and then maybe do a little quick restock.
Have anything ancient to trade?
So let's do a post scan on all of this. Doesn't take into account that you had to buy stuff. Okay, yeah, fair enough. So coarse leather, sinister combatants, as they seem to be doing okay on leather working at the moment, mainly probably because people are Kultiran druids for the most part. No way you know what part of the sales are profit. Yeah, without being able to sort of like completely divide everything you bought and keep track of it. Everything just has to be a rough ballpark. As long as your overall gold is going up, then that's a good thing, basically. So let's just do a few of these missing ones, which would need a bit of manual adjustment. Maybe we could put, as there's quite a few of those, maybe we could change our min-max normal on these. So let's just have a quick look. So min-max normal is, currently min is 1,200. 1,200, but our crafting cost is more like 300 and 600. So what I'll do with this lot instead is just reduce down my min price a little bit. So let's have a look in, close the bags down in the groups. So shimmer scale, blue, no, sinister gear, sell, the leather. They've probably got the same group operation. Average crafting singles max 5. So let's delve into this and look at the posting price. So max is either 110% crafting, it's definitely not that. And we're going an average between DB market and DB region market. And from looking at my bags, my average of the region market is much higher. So I'm just going to put that a little bit lower. So what I'm going to do here is split this average. Instead of doing 40% for the both, I'm going to do them individually. So I'm going to do average 40% of DBE market, but then I'm going to take DB region as my minimum down to maybe 20% and see what that comes out. Enter that and then have a look at my bags. What did I miss there? Arena 13, thank you very much for the follow. So you bought like 58k of stuff. That's a lot of Umbra shards. Your gold is very level at the moment. At the moment, in all honesty, your stock, just your stock is going up. Well, that's future investment. That's the main thing, really, isn't it? You should have an Excel table with formulas for map prices and chance prices and kata for quickly calculating. Yeah, I got my spreadsheet for that, But yeah, as Mushy said, it's very, very complicated. So let's just have a look at our min price now. 906 is now in 645 and 1000. That should just get me enough to be able to post these on. Okay, let's have a quick look. I'll run a post scan again and see if that helps out with our numbers for the Sinister Gear. Just because we know it's still a profit. There we go, we can undercut the competition again. Post those 8. And there's just one that's gone lower. That's the Mail Gauntlets, 1000 there. Crafting cost us 645. That seems okay for the moment actually, so I'll go for that for the gauntlets. We'll post on at the lower price, 1,500. It's just jumped in there. Probably don't want to jump in at that price. Let's try in here at the next one down, the 1799. Let's try that. And what was the other thing we had there? Those are another set of Mail Gauntlets. Wow, gone down to 975 there for that one. Crafting cost is 645. I'd probably come here for the 1099 again. Let's stay in at that price. There we go, that should be easy. How much is your base map prices, linen and leather? You just average out 10 for coarse, shimmer, bones 6. Gold per hour just farming could be insane. Linen. Yeah, if you've managed to do a decent amount of that one, yeah. There's currently 2 sources for crystals, 2 sources for shards, and 3 sources for dust. Yeah, basically, it's quite complicated, and you have to. It's quite time intensive as well. Exactly. If you don't use the stock on the auction house, another goblin will buy it all and just undercut you. As long as the stuff that's on the auction house is cheaper than your average buy, then I guess unless you have infinite amount of gold, you can't just keep buying up everyone's without adjusting your prices as the overall market goes up and down. I mean, I did that with Chaos Crystals and ended up buying way too many back in Legion. I remember doing that. So there's a point where your stock does go too far out of control, apparently. It does happen occasionally. So looking at this, we've got a couple of Expulsum, we've got a whole load of Bracers. That's doing okay at the moment. So in terms of restocking, let's have a quick look at Erfen and what we would need to restock. Let me just double check the auction house so we can see those, and then restock on my leatherworking. I'm not expecting a huge amount, maybe a few Sinister Gear. The Drums of the Mountain, we need to change that. It's on at 5 at the moment. I need to change the value of that. And that is leather treads. We need to just pick up everything else from the guild bank probably. So let's just take those off and stick with that and use gathering for that. All in the guild bank. Open the task list and then close that down. Minimize that and the explorations. Head on over to the guild bank. Should be easy enough. Need to get a small amount though to be able to fit through here. There we go. Just about fit. There we go. Maybe you should just scrap blues too. That doesn't sound good though, Mushy. Scrapping blues. Nowadays farming older mats like cobra scales etc, but because you can't keep up with the kids anymore. Right, let's go collect everything up that we need, and then we can close the task list. Make that one. Sinister Gear, crafting, craft that one. Oh yes, I've been up, haven't I? A while. I can probably go a little bit longer because I did start later. I'm just going to post this on. I'm going to go back to, I know, party pooper. We're having so much fun here though, Mushy. What we want to do is just make sure everything's posted on before we go to bed. So I'm going to post that on, and then I'm going to swap over to Samadan briefly. and we're going to just check on my restocking and see if there's anything I can quickly do on Samadan's front in terms of restocking things there. Oreo's okay at the moment. He's just blocking his camera view at the moment. Cookie's gone off to bed herself. So let's go have a look at Samadan's restock. Probably a few enchants, not a huge amount I imagine. Turn that off. Let's just check the auction house. There goes Oreo, he's walking off now. Check my auctions. Everything else is okay. I'm not going to do a cancel scan, but I am going to do a restock on everything and see what TSM tells me, and then pick out a few choice items. So you're telling me 11 packs of Critical Strike. Does that mean they are now profitable? 5 Silkweave Satchels, Hexweave Bag. Let's have a look at Pact of Critical Strike. You're saying 890. Does that mean I have none on me at the moment? I have 4 on the auction house, so I'm missing a load of Pact of Critical Strikes there. That's the thing I need at the moment. So let's have a look at those. Gathering wise, how much do we need in Veiled Crystals for that? Let's look at Enchanting and Tailoring. Veiled Crystals, we have 25, we need 52. Okay, well, how many packs can we make with what we've got? Let's start with that first. It's going to bring you his brush. I've got it down here in the cupboard, so he should be alright. Ah, I hate it when they do that. TSM keeps shifting the position of things, which it makes it really annoying. Oh, are we missing something there? Everything's done now. Can we make a Silkweave Satchel? Not quite. And Enchanting Vellum we're missing. Okay. Let's go get some more of that. Vendor, Enchanting Vellum, let's get a stack of that. And then carry on with that. We could do a bit more. Let's have a look. Veiled Crystals are low now. So Gift of Haste. What's the next profitable thing? Pact of Haste. Is Pact of Haste in our list? No, we've already got enough of those. And everything else is not a massive gold amount. So I'm going to carry on with the Critical Strikes. See if we can get a couple of those going. Sorry, Oreo, I haven't given you your brush yet. So let's do Gift of Haste whilst we've got that. Gift of Critical Strike. Do the easy ones that we don't have to go gather things for. Anything else we can do at this point? Let's have a look gathering wise. Some stuff from the guild bank. Let's bring up the task list for those. And then we'll go have a look. Cooldowns we haven't done yet. So let's just go on over here. Looks like your crafting queues, just yours is slightly longer. Cost to craft, what you miss, 1 million. Value after crafting, 4 million. Okay, too much effort to keep up at the moment. Well, that's a reasonable position to be in. Get from guild bank, let's get all of that. So the main thing there is the Veiled Crystals we need. So we obviously need to do a Bracer Shuffle there. Leylight Shard and Mysterious Essence we could probably do. Bolt of Mageweave you can do 4 of those quite easily. Just to run through the things we can make. Exactly, there's a point where there's too much to craft, and so as your time is valuable, it's worth just splitting out what you do need out of things. Just taking like you said, like a minimum amount of profit. So Ethereal Shatter, we'll do one of those. We can probably afford to do a Chaos Shatter for this, because the Leylight crafting cost based on the Chaos Crystals is fine. As there's only one, we can do that. And then whilst we're here, cooldowns, we need to do Temporal Crystal and some Hexweave Cloth. Whilst I'm here and I remember, won't be enough to get me a bag, but we're at 70, so the rest will have to leave. So let's leave that off and then just go and make the things that we can make. which is Glorious Stats, Binding of Agility, and Mark of the Claw. The rest will have to wait, and then we can at least make a tuxedo shirt, which is good, and then not enough for a silkweave satchel. We can make one silkweave satchel. That's about all we can do. There's the tuxedo shirt. Let's just do one silkweave satchel. And then we're out of silkweave for that. So let's post that lot on. Now we've done that. Okay, so let's have a look here. Bring my auction house up. And run a post scan. That was relatively quick. When you focus on it, you can do it quite quickly. And you just have to pick the things you want to do. Hey 94s, how are you? Just came back from WoW. I'm looking to start making some gold. Excellent. You've come to the right place. TSM guides helped already. Do any of you have some avoid this or do that's for you? I would say first and foremost, make sure it's fun. Look at the resources you have. Is it professions? What do you like doing? Is it farming? Is it herbalism? Is it running dungeons? Look at all those things you like doing and try and see if there's a way you can make gold off of it. For me personally, it's professions. So, and I've only got a few of them. I've got tailoring and enchanting, mainly with a bit of leatherworking on the side and cooking. There we go. Let's pop all those on. There we go. Chiru, thank you very much for the follow. All the things you managed to stay level this week. Nearly everyone went down 1% because of the changes. Oh right, okay, because the extra stuff came in. Check Redtail and Fangtooth. I do love me some fishing. Yeah, definitely. Fishing's good fun if you enjoy it. Do you consider leatherworking and skinning worth doing at the moment for the market? Yes, definitely, Last Starfighter. Erfen's been doing very well with his Sinister gear and Drums of Fury as well. So I would definitely recommend leatherworking. The skinning will help you with getting materials cheaper as well if you don't mind going out and doing a few farms. Definitely worth it as well.
If you find anything
So that's that posted on. So I think I'm in a good position now. I'm going to leave it at that and then see how things go over the weekend. Make sure to do PvP, exactly, so I still need 2 more, otherwise all that PvP will be wasted. So we need to make sure we do weekend event, 2 more Battlegrounds 1 is what we need to do. So if we can get another couple of those done, hopefully we'll be in a better position. The marks are needed for professions, absolutely. Did he return to WoW yet? No, I mentioned it to him last tonight, so hopefully he might. Comp Stomp counts for weekly quests. It counts for this weekend event, yes. Battlegrounds 1. So it's worth doing. I just got 2 more to win, and then I should be there, hopefully. And yeah, it's good fun, like Mushy says, even if you hate PvP. So I certainly recommend it. So I'm going to finish up there. Big thank you to everyone who's hung out in the stream tonight. Really appreciate it. Let's see if we can find someone to throw a host over to, who is currently on. Bob Ross is on. Who is doing? We have a couple of people. We have. Let's have a look. Is Seathrift on? Oh yes, she is on. There she is. Yes, let's throw a host over to Seathrift, who is also another chill gold maker. So very much in the same vein as myself. So no major shocks there. No problem, Brummelfile Gaming. Good job on YouTube as well. Thank you very much. Yes, my next one is going to be on a Sunday night, so hopefully if I haven't done the PvP by then, I'll get another load done then. Maybe we can get those dungeons done for tailoring. That would be the next thing. So let's just... is that Withy, thank you very much for the follow. I'm just finishing off now, but thank you very much indeed. We're going to send some love over to Sea Thrift, who is another chill gold maker. If I can spell that correctly. So thank you all for the stream. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I'll next be on Sunday. So until then, have a lovely evening from myself and Oreo. We shall bid you good night and send some love over to Sea Thrift. Good night and farewell.